Karmas. In today's video, I want to make some cookies. We're actually meal prepping some cookies today. I do this every single week, usually during the weekend, and this makes enough cookies for a whole week for 2 people. The recipe is super easy to follow, okay? So here are the ingredients that you need. If you ignore this title, they're not really molasses cookies. I forgot to mention they're going to be chocolate chip. But this recipe makes like the ooeyest, gooeyest cookies. They're so good. Okay, so in a bowl you mix your melted butter, 1/4 of a cup of sugar. You can't even see what I'm talking about. Okay, so mix 1 stick of melted butter, make sure it's cooled down, with 1/4 a cup of sugar, and then a good splash of molasses. I don't know, maybe like 1/4 a cup. You just, boom, you know what I mean? This is the molasses that I use. It just makes the cookie like way softer. This is essentially the color you're aiming for, and then mix in the egg and a splash of vanilla. Okay, it'll look something like this. The egg just kind of like emulsifies everything, I feel like. Next, you just mix in the flour, the baking soda. Make sure to use baking soda, not baking powder, and salt. I don't even know if salt, I didn't even write it down, but make sure to put salt in, okay? Okay, here's what the dough is gonna look like. It's still gonna be a little sticky, but do not add any more flour, okay? It needs to be like sticky. Instead of chocolate chips, I like to just buy like chocolate baking bars. This one comes with 3 and I just use 1. I don't know how much this is. 2 ounces of chocolate. I'm gonna chop it up. Oops. Then using one of these little guys, I like to scoop it onto like a baking sheet, because this is gonna go into the freezer because we're meal prepping here, okay? Here's how many cookies you should get. I don't know what happened to this one, but you need to refrigerate it at least for 30 minutes if you're planning on eating them right away. Make sure that they chill for at least a little bit, okay? But I'm putting them in the freezer because we are meal prepping. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. They're pretty hard, so I'm gonna put them, I have these like storage bags. I don't know, I really like them, so that's what I use. Now I have a whole bag of cookies that I can just eat throughout the week. So every time I'm like, ooh, I want a cookie, but I want it to be fresh, I can just open my freezer and get a cookie. Okay, I do want some right now, so I am preheating the oven. The obvious cookie temperature. Okay, now bake for 10 minutes. Beautiful. They're gonna be like a little puffy at first, but they're gonna fall down. They will really like fall down after a couple of minutes, but let's do a taste test. I'm so excited. I prefer my cookies a little bit raw, but like it's definitely cooked, you know what I mean, and it's holding its shape. But look at how beautiful it is. How should I film this? Anyways, sometimes I like to add a little more molasses to make it really molassesy, but this time, but they're still perfect. So if you like this video, give it a like. I'm gonna eat another cookie. If you like this video, give it a like. These are so freaking good. I would literally eat them all day. I'll see you in my next video.